My testimony. Growing up in the church, I knew many a Bible verse. I remember thinking, is this a blessing or a curse? Always second guessing what I thought. In my mind, it was all for naught. Seeing the walk and knowing it wasn't all talk, and feeling the love, but I didn't see nothing from above. As a child, I walked with other Christian children, not really understanding what I was being built in. My father was a godly man, so he moved when God showed him the plan. I didn't like it, so I made a stand. I said, why do we have to go to this foreign land? My father said, I love you, but I gotta do what God wills me to. Leave my friends, leave my church, why? So confused as I said goodbye. Feeling lonely, I cried inside. In a big church, it was easy to hide. Bitterness slowly went away as the preacher talked to my heart every day. But that wasn't enough. I knew this stuff. My mind knew too much and my heart was tough. I wanted friends or just to be part of a crowd. My heart felt like it was screaming out loud, deep inside, but I was still just too proud. I put that away and said that isn't me, but always feeling a pull for eternity. Starting high school, my mind was cooled, chilled. Now I have friends, but how good of friends? Well, it depends. Do you have some ends? Call me or send me a text. Hey, look at me flex. Wait, do you even sex? Now part of the crowd, no one would even care if I screamed out loud. Desperately trying to be seen, oh the struggles of being a teen. This is no joke, cause at that time it felt like a heavy yoke. Or it did, till my brother lost his kid. Death and darkness in my family, deep distress I dealt with quietly. Almost drove me to the brink of insanity. My humanity, this calamity, all my plans to be. Me? Who is me? Scratch that, I'ma be free. Free as an outlaw, gangster mentality. I'll lean on my brothers when I fall, confidently pointing me to drugs and alcohol. Except they weren't there at all. Yeah, when I stand tall, they stand tall. Or when I bawl. But when my heart aches, do they have what it takes? They didn't know what to do, cause they were lost too. Scripture in the back of my mind, the blind leading the blind. I still didn't want to leave it behind, till God clearly showed me what in that life I'd find. The path of destruction doesn't just affect you. Physically, mentally, or financially, your loved ones go through it too. So I left it, and I didn't look back, trying to figure myself out and a plan of attack. I struggled, I cried, trying to figure out my knack or life hack. Struggling with depression, I didn't feel like I was worth even birth. Why was I on this earth? Maybe for a family? But no one even wanted me. I didn't even want me. Why couldn't I just not be? Till I met a girl, and she taught me how to yak, how to give myself some slack. Let's just hang and drink a six-pack. Not to say that I didn't learn more, like how to talk about my feelings and open up that door. Until then, poetry was my only way for me to say anything other than I'm okay. But it also opened the door for sexual immorality, a sense of normality, conforming to this reality. So attached, but relationships without God, they're like a match. It didn't work out with her, and my heart was broken. I couldn't fix it no matter what words were spoken. My heart and soul poured into this relationship, all for her to just go and jump ship. Took me a bit, but now I thought I am worth it. I now had the courage to fight through any pit. Examining myself, I now wanted a woman also wanting spiritual growth. I know what you're thinking. This is where he comes up for air because he sees he's sinking. But still, I was walking in the world trying to have both. Thinking I had integrity, all the while being destroyed by my heart's duality. Searching, I met a girl willing to compromise. We fell in love together, growing deeper into our lives. I believed our love was real, but it didn't have a chance. Without God, we began to swirl. It's okay, we go to church, we do try. So close we grew as we got high. Downward spiral, thinking we're fine, as we flirted with that line. Possessiveness, temptations, giving into a spirit of fear. Not listening to God and unwilling to hear. More like, yeah, I know, and drink a beer. Both of us doing things we never thought we could, and said we never would. Things no one ever should. At that point, God said enough. You tried your way, you thought you had this stuff. I love you too much. He said, I'm going to give you some love. What kind, you ask? Tough. I respond, I'll call that bluff. So he broke me. I'm so glad that even when I shamed his name, he still watched over me, loved me, comforted me, guided me, beside me, and led me to see that his love surpasses all, bigger than being tall, even during my fall, still listening to whenever I call, yearning for that relationship while I was in every dip, patiently waiting while I had a stiff upper lip, trying to do it my own way. His love is so great there's nothing I can say to reflect how ridiculously amazing his love, the price that he was willing to pay. For my life, who am I that the creator of the universe would call me his son? I am the prodigal one. But he forgives me and said the war has been won. But there are still so many under this sun that don't know love and walk just like you. I said, Lord, my God, what would you have me do? He said, Matthew, read Matthew 22. Verse 37 says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Intrigued, I was now curious what else I'd find. I now learned he makes me anew, but I asked him, what else do you call me to? As I read more, I came upon 1 Timothy 2:4. See, he desires all men to be saved and none to perish in this spiritual war. But how do I speak of God's love? God said, don't stress, it'll come from above. Just read Deuteronomy 6:4-6 and examine yourself, and I'll take care of what comes out of your mouth. Now I struggle every single day, quite frequently asking him what to say. Trusting in him keeps my selfish thoughts at bay. Walking by faith, he shows me his way, and always remembering the price my God was willing to pay. My name is Matthew, and the silence is over.